Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about of the epicyclic gear train. So this is the fourth classification of the gear train. So just all of you observe that. Do you visible my screen? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
So fourth gear train, that is the epicyclic gear train. So what is meant by epicyclic gear train? In this, the gear A is fixed and the gear B upon and around the gear A. So that type of gear train is calling as epicyclic gear train. Just all of you observe our diagram. So in this, one arm is also there. So that is the okay. One frame is there. So that frame is here. This frame is here, and the gear A is okay fixed onto the frame, and the gear B is also meshed with the gear A, and when the gear B is rotated upon and around the gear A, so that means the gear B is moving, okay, this type, this direction, circular direction. And how it is able to move in our circular direction when it is having the some okay uh, some contact. So that contact is arm is there. So that means the one chain is there. So that chain is not skidding of the gear B wheel. So that is the arm C is there. So arm C is contact. Okay, connect the our gear B for without skidding of the gear wheel B. Arm is helpful for skidding. Okay, without skidding of the gear B. So that may also happen in our particular gear train. So now this is a epicyclic gear train. So now all of you observe that. So how many gear wheels are there? So that is the two gear wheels are there, and additionally to have the arm C is there. So that arm is okay. So it seems to be one belt drive. Okay, one sorry, one chain drive. So that is helpful for skidding. Okay, without that is helpful for no skidding of the gear will be. So that is there. So that type of system when it will happen. So that is known as the epicyclic gear train. So now, so coming to the velocity ratio or speed ratio calculation of our epicyclic gear trains. So how we find out our speed ratio in our epicyclic gear train. So this is calculated by types of methods. Those are the tabular column method and algebraic method for find out of velocity ratio. So that is the before going to the tabular column method, let us take the some assumptions. So that assumptions are uh, okay. So the some assumptions are there. Consider an epicyclic gear train as shown in figure. In this, that assumption is if arm is fixed here, is fixed, and the gear A makes plus one revolution. The gear A is will make some revolutions. So when gear A makes revolutions, then the gear B will also rotated, okay, through the help of our gear A. So plus one revolution is indicating with that is it rotating clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. When we are giving the plus revolutions, okay, plus sign. So that is the direction of gear wheels are anti-clockwise. The direction of the rotation is anti-clockwise. When the negative sign, okay, when we are giving the negative sign, so that is indicating here positive, okay, so clockwise direction of rotation is happen in our system. So that is the our okay, the thing is happened in our particular gate. So now going to see the tabular column method. So in this, before going to start the tabular column method, let us take the notations. Those are the TA, TB. So number of teeth on the gear will A and gear will B. And similarly, to take the our n suffix A and n suffix B is also speed of the gear wheels A and B. Now all of you observe our tabular column. So how many elements are there in our gear train? So those all are put it on a columns. So those are the how many elements are there in our gear train? 3 elements are there. Those are the gear A, gear B, and arm. So 3 elements are there, and the first column is indicating here condition of motion. So that is the condition of motion, and later arm C, gear A, and gear B. Those are the speed of the arm C, gear A, and gear B. So those are the speeds are indicating in our columns. So now coming to the first condition, so that is, this is our observer assumptions. What we write here, so those are the observer assumptions. So that is first one, arm is fixed, and the gear A rotates plus 1 revolution. Gear A rotates plus 1 revolution. That means anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. So let us see that. This is the gear wheel A and gear wheel B. So that is the gear system is there. See, when the gear A rotates, so this gear A is rotated anti-clockwise direction. So then plus 1 revolution means anti-clockwise direction. Only one revolution is happened in our gear A. So then the speeds of arm and gear A and gear B. So that is the arm is 0. Why? Because arm is fixed. The gear A is plus 1. So already set in our condition. And now we have to find out the will. So for find out of the speed of the gear will be, so what is the speed ratio is there? So that is the A and B are in measured. So now going to find, so NA by NB, because NA by NB, NA by NB equals to TB by TA. TB by TA. But the thing is, when the gear wheel A makes plus 1 revolution, and the gear wheel B definitely to do the clockwise direction. So we are giving the negative sign here. Giving the negative sign because external meshing is the minus there. So I'm going to find NB. So NB equals to NB equals to NA into TA by TB, isn't it? NB TB and NA into minus NA into TA by TB. But NA already said that 1. So we are neglecting TA. Okay. So the speed here will be how much? Minus TA by T minus T by T. Is it clear? Regarding the particular formula, NB equals to TA by TB minus TA by TB. Is it clear? Now going to take the second condition. How is fixed? The gear A rotates plus X revolution. Because in earlier condition, they may take only one revolution is happened, then But now it is not okay. It is not possible to get the one revolution. It will make some X revolutions. Okay, the gear will make some X revolution. So that's why if the gear wheel A makes plus X revolution, now multiplying with the X into our particular speed values. So that is the X into 0, again 0, and X into 1, X, and speed value is there minus X into TA by TB. So that is the our condition is there. The minus X into speed of the our gear wheels and X into TA by TB, TA by TB. Now going to third condition. So that is the add plus y revolutions to the elements. Whatever the elements are participated in our gear train, so those are also having some movements are there. Okay. For example, if you are usage to the some okay fasteners and our okay bolts and nuts, whatever it may be. So it will also give the revolution. For example, what we take our arm. So arm is taken to be uh, okay fixed, but it is not happen always. Okay, sometimes arm is running. Why? Because it is acting as a acting as a chain drive. So it may also happen. So that's why we should also give the some additions to all elements. To the all elements. So that some addition value is the plus y. So just add it the plus y to all the speeds. So now going to find the total motion. Now going to find the total motion. That is the addition of the second and third condition. That is the y and x plus y and y minus x into TA by TB. Those are the speeds of the our okay gear wheels. Okay. Clear. Those are the speeds of the gear wheels. So what we are finally write here. So those are the speeds of the gear wheels. So that is the y arm C value is the y and gear A is the x plus y revolutions and gear B x into TA by TB revolutions. Those are the revolutions of the elements. Now that is the column method.
ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్ లో
And
త్రీ రివల్యూషన్స్ చెప్పండి సార్.
okay, thank you. So again, I will tell you that. So what is the first condition? So that condition is okay. That condition is taken by the our observer. So observer is taking to with the some assumptions. So that assumption is any one is going to be fixed. Right? Our total one link is fixed. So that's why arm is fixed here. Arm is fixed here, and there A makes one revolution. So when we take the particular condition by the observer assumption, okay, by the observer assumption. So that is the arm is 0 and A plus 1 and gear B, how we find the speed? So that is NA by speed ratio. So that NA by NB equal to TA by TB. Already we know the velocity ratio or speed ratio or gear ratio formula. So in this, A is rotating with plus, okay, plus one revolution. That means anti-clockwise direction. When the gear is rotating anti-clockwise and the gear B definitely to get clockwise direction. So that's why we are giving the negative sign value. Okay. So that means the NB equals to TA by TB minus TA by TB because NA is 1. Our condition is 1. So NB equals minus TA by, sorry, N equal to gear B equals to sorry here what we write NTB by TA. This is the TB by TA. This is always okay reciprocal. NA and B equals to TB by TA. So that is always there. So in the NB equals to minus TA by TB minus TA by TB. So just that value has substituted in our column. But coming to the second condition, it is but the thing is when the gear wheel is trying to rotate it, then it will make the some X revolutions, not only done the only one revolution. So that's why they're also giving the X revolutions. When the X revolutions is happen, then we should find out the revolutions of the all the elements. So how we find out that? Just when we multiply the okay already uh, one revolution, how much of speeds already know that. So then some X revolutions means just X into some revolutions. That is the multiply particular. So that is 0 X and minus X into TA by TB. But third condition point of view, so what we assume, so it may not always happen. Okay, so arm is not fixed always. Why? Because it is a chain drive. So sometimes it may be in running mode and gear A is fixed. That is also happen. Okay, sometimes. So that's why we should take the add plus y relations to all the elements. We are also giving the sum plus y to all elements. So when we add on these plus y revolutions, now we are find out the total motion. So that is the total motion. But just addition of our second and third conditions. Why? Because first is also similar to the second. So plus y, x plus y, and y minus x into TA by TB. Those are the revolutions of the all the elements. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Now, this is the tabular column method. Now going to find the algebraic method. Now going to find the velocity to the algebraic. So to the algebraic method, we will see that. So that for find out of the our speed of the gear will be. So that's why before to do that, so let arm C is fixed in an epicyclic gear train as shown in figure. Now speed of gear A relative to arm C, relative to arm C. So they may also write the speed. So that is the NA is representing the speed of gear A, but it is relative to the arm C. That is attaching. That is relative to C. So when it is also attaching with the particular arm, then that arm is trying to resist the particular their rotations. So that's why we are also neglecting the we are also subtracting that value. So that the NA minus NC is the our speed of gear A. NA minus NC is the speed is again. So that is the NB. Those are the speeds of gear A, gear B. And now are meshed in our gear wheel. So gear train. So then going to find the speed ratio. So that is just let us see NB minus NA minus NC minus TA by TB. Am I right that? Okay, NB minus NC by NA minus NC equals to minus TA by TB. Okay, so that is the speed ratio formula. So NA NB is replacing with NA minus NC and NB minus NC. So that is the small difference. And now this is the basic equation. In this equation, what we said that arm C is fixed. Why? Because definitely you should know the one element is, that is the our arm C is fixed first time. When we arm C is fixed, then arm C is 0. It is going to be 0. So then NB by NA equals to minus TATB minus TATB. Now, in the second condition, so sometimes gear A is fixed, sometimes gear A is fixed. When the gear A is fixed, then basic equation, that value equation, so that is the NB minus NC by 0 minus NC equals to minus TA by TB. So that equals to NB minus NB minus NC by NC, NB by NC, okay, NB by NC equals to 1 plus TA by TB. Why? Because NC, okay. So just splitting of this term. So that is the when we see splitting this term, NB by NC plus 1 minus NB by NC equals, okay, minus NB by NC plus 1 equals to minus TA by TB. So then, okay, NB by NC equals to 1 plus TA by TB. So this is the our uh, speed of the gear will be. Speed of the, while you take the problem, so you, so definitely both are getting the similar values. So that is the our epicyclic gear track method. In this, you should find out the all the, okay, all the elements of the speeds. Okay, all the what are the elements are participated here. You should also find out the those speeds. That means that those speed values. The example regarding the problem. Observe that all of you read it carefully. The problem. In an epicyclic gear train, arm carries two gears A and B, having 36 and 40 rotates at direction about A, which is fixed. Determine speed. Next, if the gear A is instead of being fixed, make 300 in the direction. Okay. So actually, we should also, okay, this is also similar to the our earlier, okay, derivation. So again, we should also draw tabular column here. So, but it is similar to the earlier one. So that's why directly to substitute the values here. So that is the what the values are given here. First, you should write it here. So those are the TA, TB are the 36 and 45, and NC. And NC is the our NC is there. So that is the our okay, arm is also rotating. So that is the 150 RPM anti-clockwise. So positive value, 150 RPM positive. And now going to take the first method, that is the tabular column method. So in this, they may set the condition also. So when the arm is rotating 150 RPM, then the gear A is fixed. When the gear A is fixed, then find out the gear B. So that is the gear A is fixed here, and arm value. What is the speed of arm? So that is the total motion value is y. Y equals to 150 RPM. Y equals to 150 RPM. Later, gear A is fixed. So the gear A, what is the speed of gear A? X plus y. So that is fixed means 0. X plus y equals to 0. X equals to minus y. That means minus 150. X value is the minus 150. Later, speed of gear B. Now going to take the total motion of gear B. So that is the NB equals to y minus x into TA by TB. That equals to y value is 150 positive, okay, plus 150, and x value is minus 150. Just substituted the values in our equation. then going to find the, okay, then you should make the simple calculation and find out the our RPM. While we make the simple calculation, you may also achieve 270 RPM. That is there. And second condition is also there. It is not over. If the gear A is, instead of being fixed, makes 300 RPM. So sometimes gear A is also running. So that gear A is how much? So clockwise, 300 RPM clockwise. So gear A makes 300 RPM clockwise. That means total motion of gear A is the x plus y equals to minus 300. So x equals to minus 300 minus y. So that means the minus 150. So that value is minus 450. X is minus 450 and y is the 150. Y is the 150. So those values again substituting in our speed of gear B. So that is the y minus x into TA by TB. So that is the 150 plus, okay, minus of minus 450 into 36 by 45. Just make the calculation and get the value. So that is the 510 RPM. That is the 510 RPM. Actually, we should draw the tabular column here while we okay, while we do the particular problem. Definitely, you should draw the tabular column. Okay, what we discussed in earlier derivation, that okay, that tabular column is also required in our problem. So at the first condition, speed of gear B is 270, and at the second condition, speed of gear B is the 510 RPM. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now going
Yes,
to
sir.
see the same problem in our another approach. So that is another method, algebraic method. So when we approach it to the algebraic method, so that is the, let us represent the some notations. That is the NA is the speed of gear A, and NB is the speed of gear B, and NC is the speed of arm C. So now we will see that. So in this, gear A relative to gear C, so that is the N minus A minus NC, and base B, NB minus NC. So same procedure is also happened. And NB minus NC by NA minus NC equals to minus TA by TB. This is the basic equation. NB minus NC by NA minus NC equals to T minus TA by TB. Now going to apply the conditions. What the conditions are there? So arm C is makes plus 1, okay, makes 150 RPM anti-clockwise, and gear A is fixed. So now in our equation, gear A is 0, so NA is 0. So ND minus 150 by NC is the 150, okay, by 0 minus 150 equals to minus 36 by 45. Just make the calculation. So then simply to get the value, so that is the 270 RPM. 270 RPM. And similarly to do the gear A is also making the 300 RPM clockwise. So then just substitute the gear A. So NB minus 150 by minus 300. Why? Because clockwise rotation is there. Clockwise means minus. Okay, my negative sign is representing. Minus 300 minus 150 equals to minus 36 by 45. Just make the calculation, you may get the value. So that is the value has to arrive. Okay, 510 has to be arrived here. 510. 510 value has arrived here. Did you understand? Any queries? Any queries? So these all problems are in our material. Okay, actually this topic is also discussing in our directly to take our material. Just we will see that. Next problem, all of you read it carefully. In a reverted epicyclic gear train, carries the arm A carries two gears B and C and a compound gear D. The gear B meshes with gear E and C meshes with gear D. The number of teeth on the gears B, C, D are 75, 30, okay, and 90 respectively. 75, 30, and 90 respectively. Find the speed of direction of gear C when the gear B is fixed and arm A makes 100 rpm clockwise. 100 rpm clockwise. So, from the problem description, first you should draw the diagram. You should draw the diagram. That is also very important. So, how we draw the diagram? So, if you have to read it, the problem carefully 1 to 2 times, then definitely you know the which are having the relation. Okay, definitely those all are revealed here. So that is the arm A. Arm is there. Arm A. Arm is representing with A is there, and gears, two gears. So that is the carries two gears. Arm A is there. That is carries the two gears. B and C. Two gears. B and C and compound gear DE. So that is the BC is there and compound gear DE is there. So that is the gear B meshes with the gear E. So now you will see that okay, it is seems to be reverted gear train. So that is the representation is BC. Okay, B is there and C is there, and D is the compound. In this, which gear is meshed with which gear? So that is the gear B meshes with gear E. So you should give the connection with the gear B to gear E. So that is the gear B is there. So that gear B is meshes with gear E is there. So that is there. And gear C meshes with gear D. Gear C is the meshes with gear D. In this, just observe that. So gear C. But in this, D is compound. Compound means the two gears are mounted on a same shaft. So that means both are also following the same speed also. So the gear D and gear E both are mounted on a same shaft. Just you will you will know that thing. And another one, B and C. B, C. So B is mounted on a one shaft and C is mounted on another shaft. So those are there. So in this only what they have given. First you should write it here. So that is the TB, TC, TD. So 75, 30, 90. Those are the number of teeth are there. And NA is the 100 RPM. Gear B is fixed here. Gear B is fixed. NA is 100. Now in this, you will find out the unknown number of teeth. So that is the BCD is there, but E is missing. Number of teeth on the gear wheel E is missing. So for getting the number of teeth on the gear wheel E, so you should write the equation. That is the just you will see that R suffix B plus R suffix E equals to R D suffix B plus D suffix E equals to DC plus DD or RC plus RD, whatever it may be, radius point of view and diameter point of view, which are equal. So that is the RC plus RD, RB plus RE equals to RC plus RD. So similarly to write TB plus TE equals to TC plus TD. Just substituted that okay known values in this equation. Then find out the unknown number of ticks. That is the T. T equals to 45. T equals to how much? 45. Now, anyone could tell how many elements are participated in our gear drive? Just tell me. How many elements are there? Please respond. How many elements are there? How many are there? 5. Okay. So the number of elements are 5 here. So those are the B, C, D, E and ARM. 5 elements are there. Okay, good. Now going to see the tabular column method. You should approach it to the tabular column method. So you should draw the tabular. So that is the our first column is condition of motion, and okay, other columns are those elements. How many elements are there? 5 elements are there. In this, one thing is there, revolutions of the all the elements. Those are the elements are arm is there, and D and D, D and E, gear wheel D and gear wheel E, both are having the same speed. Why? Because both are mounted on a same shaft. So let us take the only one column for gear wheel D and E. So that is the compound gear DE is taken to be only one column, and gear wheel B and gear wheel C. Gear wheel B and gear wheel C. So how many are there? 4 columns are there. Now going to take the okay. Now going to take the assumption. That is the arm is fixed. In this compound gear DE makes +1 revolution. Compound gear DE is the driver. Let us assume okay compound gear DE is the our driver. So in this when they okay when we write the okay compound gear D is makes +1 revolution, now we are going to calculate the speed of the other gears. So that is the arm is 0, compound gear +1 revolution, and the gear DE is meshes with B. So which gear is meshed with gear wheel B? That is meshed with which gear? Just you will see that. Just you will see the which gear? Sorry. B is meshed with E. B is meshed with E. Just you will see that. So now going to find the speed ratio. So that is the NB by DE is compound, B is meshed with E. So NE by NB equals to TB by T. That is the negative is also there. In this, you should find the NB value. So NB equals to TE by TB, isn't it? TE by TB minus TE by TB. And NE equals to 1. Why? Because already told in our condition. So that is the NB is required. So NB equals to minus TE by TB. Isn't it? Is it clear how to write the speed of gear wheel B? And similarly to write NC, okay, gear C value. So gear wheel C is meshed with D. So that is the ND is the driver. ND by NC equals to TC by TD. So that is again negative sign. Why? Because D is also rotating with the positive. Okay, anti-clockwise, and C is rotating with clockwise. So now going to find the NC. NC equals to TD by TC. NC equals to minus TD by TC. ND is the again 1. ND is the 1. So minus TD by TC. Is it clear? Do you have any doubts? How we write the our minus TE by TB and minus TD by TC? So those are the okay. Just write it here by the help of our speed ratio formula. Okay. Now going to write the second condition. So that is the our simple one. Arm is fixed and compound gear DE makes plus X revolution. In earlier case, only one revolution is happened, then calculated the speeds. So it is not happened. So X revolutions is happen in our gear train. So that is the 0, X into 0, 0, and X and minus X into TE by TC, X into TE by TB and minus X into TD by TC. Now third condition, add plus revolutions to all. So just adding the our Y to all, and now going to take the fourth one, total motion. Just adding the addition of the 2 and 3. So that is the Y and X plus Y and Y minus X into TE by TB and Y minus X into TD by TC. In this, all are clear. All are clear. Now gear B is fixed in our problem. So that is the what is the total motion of gear B? Y minus X into TE by TB. So just equals to 0. So Y minus and what the value are given? So that is the our just substituted the TE by TB value in this equation. Y minus X into TE is the 45 and the TB is the 75. So then Y minus 0.6 into X is the 0. That is taking as the equation number 1. In this, arm speed is also given. Arm speed is the Y. Arm speed value indicating with Y. Y equals to minus 100 RPM. Just substituted this 100 in our earlier equation. When we substituted that, we should find the our X value. So that is the minus 166.67. X is there and Y is there. Now going to find the unknown number of the unknown number of the revolutions. So that is the our speed of gear will be speed of gear C. So that is the NC equals to Y minus X into TD by TC. Just substituted the values in this equation. So minus 100 plus 166.67 into 90 by 30. So just simple calculation. When we make the calculation, then simply to find the our speed of gear C. NC equals to 400 RPM. NC equals to how much? 400 RPM. Did you understand? So that is the problem is there. Is it clear?